Hello everyone, welcome back to another Star Wars Destiny video. This afternoon we're taking a look at the Nightsister. It's one of the blue non-unique characters in the Awakening set. So it costs 8 points to toward your total. These are worth 8 points each. They have 7 hit points. We're going to take a quick look at the die for the Nightsister. It has 1 range damage, 2 range damage, 1 disrupt, 1 discard, 1 resource, and 1 blank, and it has an action. So after you, um, for one of your actions, you can do this, what this card says, and it says reroll a die, deal 1 damage to this character. It doesn't say it has to be your die, so you can reroll your dice or your one of your die. You can also reroll a die of an opponent as well, and then you take a damage every time you do this action. So that's why you probably want to run this in a deck that has a lot of shield generation and put in like a bunch of dice that give shields. So you want to keep the Night Sisters shielded up so they can use their special ability without actually taking damage against their 7 hit points. So they're very cool. They're very controlly. So you can like I said, they have a disrupt side, a discard side, and then you can use their action to reroll one of your dice if you want to roll better. You can roll 1 of your dice again, or you can re-roll an opponent's die. Let's say they have 3 damage dice out. They have 1 unmodified damage and 2 dice that have modified damage. You can re-roll the die that has the unmodified damage to make the other 2 dice useless. So let's say you roll a blank on that, and now they have a plus, let's say a +1 damage and a +2 damage that they can't do anything with because you need to resolve it with an unmodified side. So you can do that. Let's say they have a special showing. You can reroll that, so hopefully not have to deal with the special. They're very flexible as to what you can do with them. We're gonna come over here and see some of the people that they pair with. Like we mentioned yesterday, or this morning I should say, they pair up very well with Kylo Ren. So you can run Elite Kylo Ren and 2 Night Sisters. You can run Elite Vader and a single Night Sister. You can run Kylo Ren, a Night Sister, and Elite Balatik. You can run Elite Kylo Ren, and 2 Night Sisters. You can also run Elite Kylo Ren, a single Night Sister, and Balatik. You can run Elite Kylo Ren, Night Sister, and Tusken Raider, for example. As well as you can roll General Veers, Count Dooku, and the Night Sister, and so on. There's a lot of other characters that they pair up with as well because they cost 8 points. So you're probably best looking at something that cost like an elite character plus 1 or 2 of these, depending on how many points you're running. But the Night Sister, yeah, all you got to do really is keep them shielded with something like Hidden in Shadow, or what I think it's called, Hidden in Shadow, and it lets you exhaust it. I think it's a support that lets you exhaust it to give a character a shield if they don't already have one. So yeah, you want to like I said, keep the Night Sisters shielded, keep them alive, so that they can use that ability to continually disrupt your opponent's dice by re-rolling stuff that they might want to resolve. And then also the other sides of the die are pretty good as well. If you have a disrupt, a discard, and a resource. The only issue with running this with other blue characters is splitting damage, because you don't really want to have a lot of you don't want to really mix range damage with melee damage very often. It makes it so when you're resolving damage, you're resolving less, because if I try to resolve, like let's say I'm running Kylo Ren and resolve melee damage, I can't resolve melee damage off of the Night Sister. But I think they make up for that with their dice control mechanic, where they can re-roll a die that you just don't want to deal with. If you don't want to deal with the special on, let's say, an ATST, you can re-roll that and roll something else. I mean, the ATST is still going to do something that you probably don't want, but you don't want the ATST to like blow up a support. Or let's say you're playing against another villain deck that's running TIE fighters and they roll a special, and you don't want to lose all your shields, you can re-roll the TIE fighter die. You take 1 damage to re-roll it, and then hopefully you get something that isn't the special on the TIE fighter, which would just clear off all the shields. So the Night Sisters are very versatile. You can also attach blue upgrades to them, or cards that are restricted to blue characters can go on the Night Sister. So then you can put stuff like Force Throw on there, Force Choke, lightsabers, all that kind of stuff can go on the Night Sisters as well, which is pretty cool. So the Nightsisters are, I believe, very versatile. Their health is a little bit low, so that's why you always want to keep them shielded so they can continually use their ability and not, take a lot of damage from the ability, because the ability does damage each time you use it. But that's going to do it for this video on the Nightsister. Remember to like, comment, share, and subscribe. We'll be back tomorrow morning with another character, with another breakdown video. And like I mentioned in a previous video, we're going to 2 of these videos a day now. We're doing one at 8 in the morning, and we're going to be doing another one at around 3 in the afternoon to try to blow through the Awakening set. We're going to cover every card. And so we're working on the cards that have dice currently, and eventually we'll get to like events and supports that don't need dice. And maybe I'll bump it up and do a couple of those per video when we get to the events and supports. But that's going to do it for this video. Like I said, remember to like, comment, share, and subscribe. I want to thank you again for watching. Take care.